let's give this game Kona a try. I don't really know much about this game, but it's leaving Game Pass. I thought I would check it out quickly. Or it does. It's supposed to be pretty short, so enable vignette, whatever that means. Autosave is under control, so it's random. Narration frequency play all, okay. Button prompts enabled, head bob yes, crosshairs no. Enable encounters, yes. What does that even mean? I don't know what any of that stuff means. I guess it was played default. What? Why do I have all those save files? Northern Quebec, 1970.
Carl Faubert sought information on Olympic. That is to say that ever since he returned from Korea, after having served with the armed forces, he had been working as a private investigator in Montreal. William Hamilton, a rich industrialist, had gotten in touch with him regarding a simple vandalism issue. Nothing to write home about. Not worth hiring a private eye either, just so he can drive for hours on rough roads. But that's how it had always been. The client pays, Carl gets it done.
Okay. Oh, am I driving now? I'm driving now. Excellent. Much better.
They had set up to
I didn't want someone else driving for me.
His client's business. Well, actually, the entire village had William Hamilton's name written all over it.
Okay. We're in Quebec, it said, so we're in Canada. Nice.
When the roads were bad, muddy, or snowed in, it was customary around these parts to close them off. But it was also customary to ignore those signs entirely and drive there anyway.
Okay. The rest stop. Oh, look at the Quebec flag. With, I think that's a fleur de lis.
Duplessis, in spite of his conservative agenda, did a good job of colonizing the rural north, which helped to reestablish the region as an integral part of the province of Quebec. The blue fleur-de-lis could be seen fluttering in the wind.
Told you it was a fleur de lis.
Taunting the red Canadian flags on the other side of the province's boundaries.
Told you it was a fleur de lis. I know my Canadian iconography. Uh-huh. Fire starters, a couple fire starters, some tools, okay. Never know when those might be useful. Do. Made it sound like we're supposed to just ignore the sign and go anyway. Oh, a bottle. Never know when you might need an empty bottle. It will be good. Okay. Oh, there's more. Northern Quebec has inexhaustible resources. The province of Quebec sits on an inexhaustible abundance of natural resources. Why not take advantage of this? Our valuable minerals could travel the world and reach places as far as Dallas, USA. Wow, Dallas. Get involved and invest now. Quebec's economic might will be awakened. At the heart of the wilderness, the north is swarming with wolves, caribous, bear, partridges, foxes, snowy owls, and hordes of other majestic creatures that are every bit the equals of Africa's wildlife. We are the Africa of America. Come visit the north and experience a genuine white jungle. Sounds fun. The county of Maniston and its people wish to see you very soon. Sounds sexual. Alright, anything else? Oh, what the hell did I just pull up? That was the Y button. These are all just things we've already seen. Map. The hell? Okay. Oh, I'm all the way down bottom left, I see, in the bottom quadrant. And I have to meet them at the convenience store. So which one of these icons is a convenience store? Probably the one in the middle there. Okay, I can do that. Why? Why not? Journal.
Carl,
Put that away.
Always carried his log on him, in which he scribbled down thoughts and leads alike during the course of his investigations.
A case of vandalism. Meeting at general store tomorrow at 11 a.m. So I'm gonna have more than one case? That'd be cool. I'm excited. Zoom in, left trigger. Madison Nord. Oh god. Group of vandals did stuff at a manor in Hamilton at night. Devendridi is, I think that's like a day, but I can't remember which day. But it's saying like a certain day. Il Saget du Quatri. Quatri is like 4. Incident in Moines de Semaines. Does 2? Yeah. I'm terrible with French. Was there more to that? Oh. Go away the map. I think there were other pages. Look at this. Case of vandalism. Son of a wealthy Chicago banker, Hamilton made his own gold rush in the north of Quebec, where he established a copper mine and helped his family's small fortune thrive. You can't make a fortune without breaking a few lives. That's the saying Hamilton lives by. The expansion of his copper mine certainly did not help him make new friends. Hamilton is accusing the Cree people of attacking his estate, especially his luxurious hunting lodge somewhere north of Chibougamau. Yet another way to make friends. The Cree certainly do not hold him dear. His minds probably upset the Great Spirit. This vandalism case is definitely for me. It needs the eye of a professional. I'm meeting Hamilton at the general store, 1553 Lurang. It just keeps... Oh, hello. Carl Faubert. Man, Montreal, 42, private detective. It's me. I have a page about myself. I'm a private detective that pays the bills, along with my veteran's pension. Oh, I'm a veteran from Korea. Usually I'm hired to track unfaithful husbands, but divorces are expensive, so infidelities are scarce these days. William Hamilton hired me. He had a check and many promises, and I really wanted to leave Montreal. A lake at Temepec is the perfect place to get away. When you want to leave, you leave. Rich industrialist, much hated and much loved. Anything that isn't his in the Maniston region he wants. Buying is his only power. Hamilton has complained time and time again of being persecuted. Sometimes he'll say it's the people of the lake and Temepec. Sometimes the Cree people. Some would say he deserves it. When you exploit people, the least you can do is stay away from them. True. Ain't that the truth? This is a long journal I got here. Very exciting. I have to fill it in slowly. Oh, cool. Hey, I think I should open this door. Probably put this away. Oh, is there a weight limit? I can only carry so many things? Is that what that bottom meter is? At least I haven't come close to it yet.
The poem,
Camera.
Carl's long-standing and faithful ally, had seen its share of husbands caught red-handed cheating. There's always something out there waiting to be snapped away.
But I can only hold 30 photos, so I think I'll just keep it safe. Cigarettes. Awesome.
Carl,
I have cigs.
many of his contemporaries, felt like he had more trouble breathing when he wasn't smoking. Cigarette was his own personal breathing assistant.
There. Inventory. Here we go. Yeah, see, it's the weight. The pincer is quite weighty. Matches for my cigs. Polaroid film. Fire starter. Just in case I need it. Alright. I think we've gone through everything here.
Hamilton never mentioned a road blocking barrier. Why was it needed here in the back of Beyond? That would, however, be a mystery for another day. Carl had waited long enough for someone to come and raise it. Still not a soul in sight. There was no point in waiting any longer. Carl had to figure this one out by himself.
Yeah.
Hamilton is waiting for Carl in the general store. It was time for him to get down to business.
Yeah.
William Hamilton enjoyed a lavish country house built in the very heart of the northern forests, not too far from here. The local populace was divided when it came to the affluent man. Some saw a wealthy philanthropist dedicated to improving the region's economy. Others an aging Englishman who would do anything to further his fortunes. And those ones hated him enough to go on about scheming against him. Hamilton had recently acquired a few local businesses, but the last straw was the reopening of a mine, which gave rise to a wave of protests and threats from the Cree people. Given these circumstances, Carl reckoned that a good number of people must be feeling compelled to oppose Hamilton in one way or another. So far, only the industrialist's house had been a target, but soon enough, Carl thought, the target would become the man himself.
Jesus. That was what I was trying to keep to the right, but the game didn't seem to want me to do that. Wonderful, we just caused a traffic accident.
Carl needed to get out of there. The cold and the pain.
It wasn't even
lingered
snowy a
here.
second ago. It wasn't even snowing a minute ago. Who the hell hit me? Now this way is
Driver
blocked?
had to
Oh,
be
he
the
knocked
driver. It was still best to check it out and leave nothing to chance. Carl needed
Oh,
help.
shit. Oh.
It was a small block box engraved with the letters WH. Carl thought about taking it. Nothing was to be left to chance.
Damn right I'm taking it. Is there a way to crouch or what? Oh, there's a way to crouch. Okay. Was this the driver?
Such heart-wrenching Nordic poetry that was. But Carl didn't care much about the Tory language.
Isabel, you gave meaning to everything. We disappeared so to purity. I would defend purity against the winds, the tides, against ice and blizzard. Some pure lady she is.
Scratches did not stop Carl. His mother would be so proud.
Okay.
It was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
That's not good. less accurate. Is there gonna be shooting in this game? I wasn't aware this was gonna be one of those games.
The cold was burning Carl. He would not hold up much longer. He had to warm himself.
I mean, I thought I could warm myself up in the car. God damn it. I'm off. I mean, I thought the car would be a safe, warm place, but apparently not. Okay.
And better than he had hoped, Carl Faubert had succeeded once more and was now on his way to new adventures.
That'll make me feel better. Wait, this is a oh, okay. What do I still need? I need something that I don't have. Jesus. I don't think I'm doing so good here. It's not hot enough here. Oh, that's why I needed a log. It's like, what the hell do I need? I need it. Okay. That'll help. Chill out. I guess I should myself warm up for a minute. Let me check on my guild. Still, let's come online. Spirit, let's come online. Welcome back, us. And still. And good morning, Spirit. Alright. I guess we better head back. I'll grab another log. You never know when you might need a log, or 2, or 3, or 4, or 5, or 6. Carl's inventory is full. How the hell did this weather get to be so crazy? Like this a minute ago. I wonder what starting a fire here will do. Why? Nice and warm. Alright, to head back to the car, I guess. Okay. I still don't know what I turned that on for. Or grab another log.
Carl's
Okay,
military
so we still got a ways
was
to go.
a very punctual man. Being late to his meeting with Hamilton was out of the question. Spread out on a few acres of untouched forest, bellowing caribou, everlasting snow, and undefiled lakes, the Manistan region was no tourist hub. It was said to have been populated for millennia by Cree people, and ever since the industrial era, by the metal mining industry. Jean-Luc Bédard had without a doubt been the closest man in the village to William Hamilton, otherwise known as Uncle Willie. The truck was running on fumes. Good thing that the general store was close by.
Ah, we made it. Rendezvous. Rendezvous. Uh-huh.
In all likelihood, they had to be switched on from the inside.
Maybe I'll keep one with me just in case.
Something fell to the bottom of the logs.
Okay. Oh my god.
Carl had no trouble recognizing his employer. He had been killed.
That was the guy who hired me?
No need to be a detective to figure that out. But only a detective could have noticed that the killer had to have been very close. That the fatal blow had been given before the victim even realized.
Take out camera, I can do that. Take a picture. Okay.
Carl felt a chill down his spine and had a terrifying realization. If Hamilton was dead, then who was going to pay him? What could be inside that envelope? Carl was taken aback. He knew this address. It was said to be the address of the P.O. box for the Canadian Secret Service.
Huh. The place is a mess, so that's the whole inspection.
An explosion suddenly occurred outside.
What if they're still here? That's why we keep that around.
Maintaining his composure, Carl recalled something from his military training. Wolves always stay away from populated areas. Wait, was it about bears?
Let it be known you're nothing more than a brigand, a robber, a grabber, a hoarder, a sniper, a leech, honestly, you're holding a knife in my throat. Too bad for me, but... Okay.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem in the sound.
Quebec's Klondike. Northern Quebec's economy is booming. The north of Chibougamau area's population will soon reach 3,000 souls, among which thousands of happy families will be prospered into the heart and of their fathers. The country is valiantly expanding Quebec's national wealth, mines that had electricity, hunting and fishing, the true Canadian dream, turning near reality now. Did you know that since 1960 Canada tripled the amount of resources royalties it collected? Did you know that the country's true source of richness is lying under your very feet at this moment? The building of your schools and our hospitals full of minerals, exploiting our resources without direct return. Okay. We need a wire. Yes, I know this place is a bus, thank you. No thanks to 820 of those in Korea. Okay. I think the general store has wire. The general store has much of anything actually. Birdseed, okay. More birdseed, okay. Oh, hello, duct tape. And matches. Whatever this is.
According to that law, it seemed like the whole village owed some money to the general store. Carl was far more interested in the bunch of nearby addresses he had just gotten his hands on.
Huh. Garage key, that could be useful. Yeah, because the power's out.
Carl knew that Gilles Lachance was in charge of the general store. That made him one of Hamilton's employees. A very angry employee, as Carl could plainly see.
You know what, Hamilton? I have a frog in my throat. When people have a frog in their throat, they do not take risks by going to work. Customers could catch it, right? I'm a wise man. Not to worry, I'll have a nice doctor's note, which I'm going out to get right now. So in the meantime, I'll have to close down the shop unless you would like to come fill in for me. I wouldn't dare advise you. After all, you must know how it's done. It's yours now. With kind regards, Sergei Mentor Gillies.
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path. Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
Oh. Okay, so we have to get the power turned back on. Power's already off there.
The note explained that the garage and the store couldn't be supplied with electricity at the same time.
Ah, I see. Punch the price, 2 numbers minimum per sale. Bring it to doesn't work. Okay. Damn.
Carl was no electrician, but he could identify a wiring problem and solve it. Carl was no electrician, but he could identify
I need to go to the garage first. I don't need to turn that on right now. Pliers, nice.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
So I have to turn the power back on to lift the car. I can only turn the power on in one area at a time.
The crowbar was stuck under the lift. Notwithstanding Carl's imposing stature, car lifting wasn't part of his skill set yet.
Aha. Now, we got ourselves a crowbar. Is that a weapon?
Surely it
Can I use it to fight? Yes, I can indeed. We can defend ourselves now. Alright, so to turn off the garage, and then turn on the star.
Jumping from that height was akin to tempting death. Perhaps that man on the snowmobile had seen enough of this world already.
Huh.
A nice picture of the Magasin La Chance store, seemingly taken the day it was first opened. It feels frozen in time, from an era long forgotten. Amateur hunters showing some pride at having killed a nice pelted beast. With men like this roaming the area, wolves would become extinct within 10 years, Carl thought.
Judgmental Carl is. Didn't even travel half from Quebec to come here. Okay. A broken clock, how convenient. No thanks, it turned my beer cold. Yeah, I don't like that British. I get the move better, okay. Okay, so type in a number. We'll say 1, 2, and sale. There. Post key, that could be useful. Oh, I can't take the money? Guess I'm a private investigator, not a thief. Thought the key would help me with one of these, but guess not. Okay. So we've got the post key just in case now. Climb up. Wow, what's up there? Oh, the good stuff. Nice. Mysterious unbranded cans. Yeah, that's always something you can trust. So what now? This medic place is up the road to the left. Maybe that's where I should go.
Carl knew straight away where to find the infuriated Gilles Lachance. Any good investigation would have to start there. Carl was beginning to know the store and its surroundings like the back of his hand. The seeker had sought.
The sleeper had awakened. Dr. Beaupre's clinic. A key. Okay. Oh, more luck. You have too many lugs.
There should be a law forbidding doctors from falling sick.
What?
In spite of Dr. Beaupre's goodwill, the place didn't look much like a physician's office. It could easily be mistaken
For a sewing shop. Huh.
for a sewing shop. The good doctor, flanked by his beautiful spouse. Pure happiness, captured on cardstock. Carl recognized this woman's soulful eyes. Was it Dr. Beaupre who had hit him head-on at the village border?
I never did quite catch her name. The men called her Lore. She had a neck wound, there was much damage. The bullet had done a lot of damage, probably hitting cerebellum. It was hopeless. She had a cardiac arrest. Men had found her like this, they said. I doubt it, but in a small town like this, you best turn a blind eye. I've been told to step back from sending out the death certificate. This whole thing sickens me. No medical explanation whatsoever can explain why old Rosaire is still alive. As we in the trade say, the only way to cure him is to kill him. All her symptoms point to the same root cause. She's pregnant. She refuses it. She denies it and blames it, but her husband's not the father. It's just hope it's not Everett Lockhart, though, or if he would have an illegitimate child with syphilis on her hands. Others was there, Armand.
There was no doubt their doctors knew each other very well.
Hottie, chronic foot pain, can't walk long distances. Rich. I'll cure him of that one day. By taking all his money? Okay. Oh.
Doctors used light-reflecting frontal mirrors to look inside the patient's cavities. That was a bit unsettling, but back then, it was pretty much always the case with medicine.
Oh, this is cool. Uh,
Carl got the trembles as he imagined the excruciating pain that kind of scalpel could no doubt inflict.
Jesus.
Within these miserable walls, patients probably felt more like in a slaughterhouse than in a doctor's office.
Nice. I mean,
For the
more
one-eyed, or for other vision problems, the eye patch was the way to go.
Knocking a door isn't enough. Sorry. About like status. There's no way to see my status because oh, it's at the top there. So there's just health, fire, warmth, I guess, and then mine. There. Nice.
Great care had to be taken searching this place full of oddities. Everything was important. The decor itself told a story.
Hey. Looks like there's other roads we can go. I mean, other places we can check out here. I guess we can check them out. Who's there's house? Oh, there's all the stuff I've been collecting. Nice. Yeah. No, but check this house. Hopefully we meet someone at some point. So far, I don't think we found him, but dead. Oh, fucking shit. Are you gonna shoot again, or can we talk?
Je m'attendais pas à ce qu'un instant retentisse par ici. Moi, te dire, je prends plus de chance depuis que ça roule dans le bout là. J'ai ma carabine au bout du doigt, et puis bang, 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 si ça s'approche.
That thing? What thing? So I can't say anything? Oh, maybe I can't say something. Why won't it let me?
Si tu veux, Julie,
Very
si
fast.
tu veux, parce que j'ai roulé comme un regarde, je dirais pas non à une bonne bouteille de caribou. Puis tu pigeras ce que tu voudras par mon dégainer.
Oh, I had some caribou, but I guess not.
C'est encore beau. Tout ce qui est vieilli est bien meilleur.
Tails is Wendigo.
C'est un Wendigo. Ouais, Wendigo. Le guerrier qui devient unique, vengé de sa grosse peine.
Hey. No. What are you doing? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing, huh? What are you doing, huh?
Voilà que tu pas vu la fête.
When the young warrior had lost everything, nieces, brothers, parents, and hope, fell to his knees in the middle of a small clearing covered in the blood of his fiancée, caught after having crossed the path of the whites. Some whites passing by, he had seen everything, called out for great spirit, called out to him with words that came so naturally, words that could only deliver, but that. A terrified roar of screams called out to him for a force that no one had before. He became a Wendigo. The whites were decimated under the icy claws of the Wendigo. The great tide of flooding and pushed a few ships back out to sea. The Wendigo was not yet dead, was infected, for as long as the heart of one of his fiancée's brothers stood beating, the creature that would prevail. Okay.
Gomme-moi la belle rose là-dessus, qui se donne au yard sur le micro du descendre. Si tu peux effrayer,
It's empty. His bathroom, is that a diaper? Yeah, a diaper, what? Like you can do everything at the same time? What?
la corrida, ça te passe l'envie de te marier, la corrida. Elle tuait tous ses maris. Les uns après les autres. Ils ont pas de pitié dans le mariage. Ah, la belle. En 17 que c'était. Quel caiseux. Il se souvient de moi avec ma belle carabine. Bang, bang, que je lui disais. Bang, bang, bang. Ah, le bon temps.
Products are shocking.
C'était comme un village. On était vrais, fiers, forts, puis on avait le bon lieu de notre bord.
You want caribou? We don't have any caribou. Oh, that wasn't what I wanted. Trying to see if there's an easier way to put up the map. There you are. It goes left on the D-pad.
There, Carl had fed his mind, but had forgotten the harsh reality that his body also needed nourishment, especially in the dead of winter.
Oh.
place looked more like a pigsty than a house. A heavy stench of curdled milk, cheap alcohol, and boiled cauliflower filled the air.
Gross.
Rock music invaded the minds of men even in the remotest of places. The man didn't own a turntable, though, so there's that going for him.
Why did he have a closet full of wooden
Seems
clothes?
like that pig had a name after all.
Maybe not. I just thought that was. Yeah. A gun rack. A gun rack.
You had
And
to
no
be
gun.
out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death.
Huh.
The rag reeked of fermented vomit. Carl wondered
Yeah.
how one could bear to live in such gross and horrid conditions. Carl now knew how to quench the drunkard's thirst. You had to be out of your mind to cook up white whiskey at home. The all-surrounding stench of alcohol alone was probably enough to gas a man to death. Carl knew right away that the owner of this place wasn't a copper collector. No, this was a junkman's base of operations. The guy definitely seemed like quite the expert in scavenging scrap metal, with or without permission, surely. In the right hands, red metal could sell like hotcakes. Carl felt that it was mission accomplished with the wicked nectar in his hands.
One more building I thought I would check out before I head back. Give the guy the caribou. Oh. It's like a dead end. Hasn't been here in a while, clearly. Letter for Lamoth. Here's the spark plug you ordered. For your Olympic ski doo, this model brings very popular.
Sometimes, and especially around here, people are so possessive with their land, as a dog is with hydrants.
Don't let me drive in there. I guess I'm not allowed to walk there. Boo. Oh, the party ended. There we are. That probably sounds better now. The Moth's Garage.
What good was a motorless car? The mechanic sure had an odd way to go about repairing things. Well, this truck's not going anywhere. Where were the amputated parts? Carl grinned as he pictured a Frankenstein-esque car lying around somewhere made of parts from a dozen different vehicles.
The hell?
Carl was used to strange phenomena, but a chunk of ice like this, as if an iceberg came out of the ground, that was a first. Prince? Carl found a surprise at every turn. Was the camera faulty, or was there a possible lead?
Doesn't seem to cause permanent damage, just as...
The man
Man,
seemed
what the hell?
What Carl saw terrified him, and he didn't know if it was the fear or the cold that was responsible for his hair standing on end all over his body. The poor man, before being frozen solid, seemed to be defending the entrance to his cabin. But from what?
What the hell happened here?
The week of October 5th. That was this week. The plug should have been here by now.
It was, I have it. Green milk for little green men. Okay. The hell? Damn. It is very dark here. Why? I can't see, I don't know what to do. We seem to be stuck. Oh, turn on. What was that? What was that? What was that? What was that? Where was that? Where was it? What the fuck was that? There's something here that said turn on. What the fuck? Why are we trapped here with no light and no indication of what we're supposed to be doing? And nothing. Nothing at all. There's nothing we can do. It's everywhere now. The ceiling, maybe? Oh, what's that? The hell? Is that what we need to... Okay.
Something very important must have been in there for the man to take such time and effort to hide it. But Carl didn't know how to reach it.
Yeah, no kidding. A headlight, okay. Every place else that I've never seen this amazing.
The shape of this machine, almost straight out of Star Trek, was out of the ordinary to say the least. It felt like this thing could fly up into space at any moment.
I'm sure.
Carl had a hunch that there had got to be a plan somewhere that could help him put this thing back together. The milk was sorted by color, from the whitest to the greenest, or in other words,
Yeah.
from the freshest to the sourest.
Oh shit.
Carl wondered how long he would have to endure this skin-stinging cold.
We're fine. Relax.
Weird stuff. Kind of a crossing between a colander and a hairdryer. What was it for? To play telepath? To protect against nuclear waves? Roswell, Atamipek, same story. Large deserts conducive to extravagant follies.
Okay.
These scribblings were undoubtedly the mark of a tormented mind. Something wasn't right in the poor mechanic's head.
Nice.
lived up to his good finder reputation, he still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamotte's lands. By following the plan, Carl was led to believe that the snowmobile's parts had to be scattered about in the vicinity.
Alright, let's go take that to the other guy. Wait, this will be down. Actually, yes.
Ah, quand on cherche, on trouve. Parce que je t'aime bien à cette heure venir. Tu fais bien de prendre la place. Parce que par là-bas, tu vas rencontrer le vrai froid.
What about you? What about your cold? Thank you. Winter is coming. Oh, thank you, buddy.
Cadeau, ça ouvre la partie. Prends-la, je m'en fous. Perds ton temps dans mes déchets, tu rapportes du caribou.
Ah.
An axe. Not too shabby.
Axe,
He so
nice.
felt he needed to protect himself.
I mean, we haven't had to yet, but it's nice to have it. Ammo? Nice. Is there a gun in there? Empty gas can.
The old man's cabin had been very generous to Carl. He couldn't have asked for more.
Oops. Miracle this car is still working. I think I went the wrong way. Oh well. I meant to go back the other way and get gas. This way. You closed it. There you are.
Carl hadn't lived up to his good finder reputation. He still hadn't found any of the wealth contained in Lamotte's lands.
Why can't we save? Imagine. We can't save in the car, but I think we can save up here at the medic center. He's saving. We did it. We saved. Alright, we're gonna call it there. Save. Again. Alright. Live long and prosper, my friends, and may the force be with you.